Uh-oh. Not so good for Rick and Morty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I am DJ A Token Black. Got in here for the first time. Hit that like button, subscribe button. So we got some news from the entertainment world. I'm a big Rick and Morty fan. Actually was watching over the weekend, rewatched some episodes. But I remember this happened a couple years ago and never really kind of forgot about it. But remember the creator was like he had some charges up against him for domestic violence. Didn't know they were that serious, but news dropped today or yesterday. Can't remember what day it was. But the voice of Rick and Morty leaves show after domestic abuse charges. Now, I guess he resigned or was fired, whatever you want to call it. Um, Apparently, the charges are kind of severe. Everything from felony domestic violence to I think like entrapment kind of thing, like not letting somebody leave or whatever. Um, there's a New York Times article. We'll read it real quick. The voice of Rick and Morty leaves show after domestic abuse charges. Title roles will be recast because Adult Swim has served severed ties with Justin Roiland, the animated show's creator. I know he voiced it, Rick and Morty. And a lot of times I heard he was actually drunk when he was doing some of his voiceovers. But says here the animated sci-fi comedy Rick and Morty will recast its title roles as severing ties with Justin Roiland, a voice actor and the show's co-creator. He has a pre-trial hearing in April for felony domestic abuse charges from 2020. Adult Swim Cartoon Network nighttime adult program block announced on Tuesday that it has ended its association with Roiland. Rick and Morty will continue, the statement said. The talented and dedicated crew are hard at work on season 7. Roiland has been removed from animated Hulu comedy Solar Opposites, according to the statement by 20th Television Animated and Hulu Originals. I watched that show. It's all right. It's not as good as Rick and Morty, but it's got the same feel to it. He co-created the show with what's renewed for the 5th season in October. Voiced one of the main characters, Corvo. Rick and Morty debuted in 2013, followed the antics of Rick Sanchez, an alcoholic mad scientist, and anxiety-riddled grandson Morty Smith as they traveled to other worlds to myriad dimensions. Mary Moore, the senior vice president of communication at Warner Brothers Discovery, which owns Cartoon Network, said in an email on Wednesday that the title character will be recast, but she had no additional information on recasting. And it goes on to say Roland developed the show with Dan Harmon, creator of Community. This show, by the way. We not know immediately response to request to comment. Roland faces one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, or deceit against an unnamed woman he was dating in 2020, according to Orange County Superior Court records. Charges were earlier reported by NBC. We said most of California court records are sealed under a protective order. There's no trial date for Roland, who was 42, who has pled not guilty. He has more than a dozen pretrial hearings, including one. He has had more than a dozen pretrial hearings, including one this month. Roland's lawyer, Edward Wilburn, did not immediately respond to the request for comment on Wednesday. In a statement, Rolling Stone, he said, it's hard to overstate how inaccurate the recent media coverage of the situation has been. To be clear, not only is Justin innocent, but we have every expectation that the matter is on course to be dismissed. In addition to his television departures, Roland recently resigned from a video game studio he co-founded, Swatch Games, which released High on Life last month. I gotta play that game. I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet. Here, real quick. Yeah. So this is kind of a serious charges, and I'm wondering if Cartoon Network or whoever, they kind of know more than what we know, because just to fire him without him being found guilty yet, it's kind of a big deal. But some serious charges against the man, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Rick and Morty, but I mean, if the charges are true, he's gonna do some jail time, man. CDV, ain't no joke, man. I don't condone that crap, you know, whatever. But every man deserves their day in court. Hopefully it's not true, but it ain't looking good for him. And yeah, the whole recasting, man, that's gonna be interesting because Rick and Morty, their voices are so iconic and so unique. I wonder who they can get and will they sound the same. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. And will the fans be pleased with whoever they recast? But they say they're going forward. Maybe it might be the last season. Who knows? We shall find out. But yeah, some crazy entertainment news. Let me know if you're a big fan of Rick and Morty down in the comments below. I am. I have been for a while. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a like. See you guys in the next one. Peace.